Hey guys, Omni here. We are back for episode 2 of season 2 of Superman Lois, and I am ready to dive into this thing. The last episode definitely kind of set the tone for where we're starting off with the season. We got a little bit of a time jump after Natalie showed up in the ship. Everything seemed to have been in a very tense place when we showed up, but thankfully throughout the episode, most of that has subsided. They took a lot of that complication that her arriving would have had and just kind of built a time skip around it. We had some passing, we caught up, and things were a little shaky. We had to kind of play catch up as we kind of missed out on a lot of that drama, and I think that was kind of a smart move to keep that from bogging down the show. However, there are some things that have not quite been cleared up, namely what's going on with Sarah and Jordan and how that relationship's going to go, because she went all the way to a camp during that time skip, and things seem to be very awkward and a little different since she came back. I have a feeling maybe she met somebody that caught her eye a little bit more when she got to this camp or something like that. I don't know. We haven't really figured that out. Jordan's still full in, but she seems to be kind of pulling back from it here. Is kind of the vibe I'm getting. As we saw, Sam step down last season, so his replacement has come in, heading the DOD and trying to rein Superman in, get into Superman's good graces, and it's not really working because he doesn't understand the relationship that him and Sam really had. In the episode, we definitely see him trying to get Superman to give his commitment to the U.S. after he saves a North Korean sub, and he's like, no, I protect the world. I'm not beholden to any one country or any one agenda, as Superman should be. And it doesn't really strike the chord with him because he's definitely all about the United States, as he should be. He's the United States military, but there's this understanding that's definitely not happening between these two, to the point where he kind of steals Superman's emblem, the House of L logo, the emblem of the House of L, their coat of arms. If Superman's not going to be a proponent of his agenda, he's going to put that elsewhere so that they can kind of get those good graces by the cheap, by slapping that on some of his little recruits that he's pulled from this gifted superhuman school that we heard Sam mention when they sent Tag there. He's recruited some powered children from there, some teens that have grown up and been trained out of that institute, and emblazoned them with Superman's logo, sending them out to help rescue people and whatever, and it's just putting them ever at odds because now he's using his people's symbol, his symbol, the one that people recognize as Superman's emblem, to these other people. And now if they mess up, people aren't going to really know the difference. They're going to not be able to, they'll think he sponsored this, that he is in line with this. I feel like there's definitely going to be a public push and pull if they mess something up down the road. It's just definitely setting us up. And then also he's getting these headaches, these flashes from something, he's hearing something coming from beneath the mines. And at the end of the episode, we see a fist punch through. After kind of reviewing the previous episode and all that, I definitely think that's Doomsday coming out of the mines at the end, especially after going back and reading some of the showrunners' kind of hints at what the season's going to be about. Are we building up to the death of Superman in season 2? I don't know, man. Maybe they do something different with it. I don't know. I'm a little nervous, though, if it is, in fact, Doomsday knocking at the door. But guys, that all said and down the way, if you want to see the full-length reaction to this, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member on the channel, it gets you access as well, along with all the watch-alongs you get for all the shows we cover here on the channel. You also get access to monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage, some watch-alongs for other movies. You also get to vote on what movie I watch for the Patreon and the YouTube members each month. We do suggestions, and then everybody comes together and votes on the top ones, and that's the movie that I watch for you guys. But I know not everybody can do that, and a simple way you can support the channel is just by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing these videos, and it really helps us out in the end on the YouTube algorithm. But that all said and down the way, guys, let's go ahead and jump into episode 2. Here we go.
Good morning. How'd everybody sleep?
Well, it's nice to have a real bed at least.
You'll get used to the roosters. No, you won't.
I'm kind of vegan.
Okay, I can whip up some oatmeal or slice up some fruit.
I'm not really a big breakfast person, but thanks.
Okay.
More bacon for us.
I guess you boys should have plenty to...
What the fuck is it doing to him?
Clark. What was
that? Oh god, dude.
Jordan.
He's fine.
We have to figure out what's causing it in case it starts to affect him too. There's only one person that would know for sure.
Oh, we gotta go see Tyler.
Better conserve your strength for the weight room.
Says the guy that can barely curl a patty melt.
Well, that's why I've switched up my whole regiment, Kent. That's my time to shine.
Hey, Sarah. Hey, I was wondering if you want to go to lunch?
Texting somebody, not Jordan, and hiding the phone.
This town is full of motorheads. In fact, Sarah's dad just got her an old muscle car so they can fix it up.
I mean, it's a total junker. He can't even get the engine to start. No, it's easy. Tell that to my dad.
Journalists who abuse their power for personal reasons.
Ellie Alston's a cult leader.
Everyone was vetted and willing. I did everything by the book.
This is different from my dad and the DOD.
Favorite son.
I'm glad they kept him around. I am, man. Dude, yeah, that's awesome.
What about your son? Or the other yokels in Smallville? Of course, there is one way to know for sure. My fortress, and let me run some tests.
I knew this was a waste of time.
Or what are you afraid of, that I'll fly off? Skiluru kiet waraup. Eowete.
Where's your guy?
I don't know. He's not answering my texts.
Well, you better show up soon or you're gonna be the one talking for him.
Why doesn't she run for mayor?
I can't do it. I'm so sorry, Lana, but my family needs this. Thank you for coming, but I'm afraid I have some bad news for all of you.
I asked Natalie if she wanted to come over after school to work on the car.
Cars aren't really my thing. I'll text you later.
Everyone okay? Get them out of here.
Oh. The fuck? Oh. It was like goldish orange. He's like, did he snort X kryptonite? What the fuck was that? God damn. I guess so. Oh, is this DOD's crew coming in? Yeah. Oh. Tag. Damn, that was just bad timing all around.
Mission. The guy almost killed a bunch of innocent people.
That guy, Philip Karnowski, drug runner, weapons dealer, stole a large quantity of X-kryptonite from...
Yep.
You got this, come on!
If XK is just like floating around, what if Jonathan somehow gets his hand on some and that becomes the whole thing?
She gets back, just tell her I went to the fortress.
Thought it didn't work anymore.
Not mine. My brother's.
You're gonna break him out of prison?
Your grandfather pulled some strings.
You can't go there with him by yourself.
He doesn't have any powers anymore.
Yeah, but it's still his fortress. What if there's like booby traps or something?
I mean, it's a fair assumption.
I know what it's like to have those kind of attacks. I can help you.
Oh.
All that remains of our Kryptonian heritage.
I like Dad's fortress better.
Kala, my son. Is that you?
The fuck? I thought they got destroyed. Maybe I don't know. Fuck it.
This is your grandmother, Laura.
Hi, Grandma.
And you are?
This consciousness was uploaded before the destruction of Krypton and therefore remains untainted by your father.
Your actions tainted.
I had no knowledge of your existence until it was too late.
You're his mother.
But I did not give birth to him. All children were engineered.
Except for one.
Fate has given us another opportunity.
Fate intervened long ago. You have but one son to care for now. And he's in need of his mother's help.
I love Tauro, man. I think he's such a fascinating character.
Then I should be able to provide answers. Come.
Let's just say there's nothing I can't fix.
Where'd you learn how to do all this?
Well, I spent all my free time learning mechanics in our bunker.
Doomsday preppers or something?
No, it's just...
Something like that.
What's going on between you and Jordan?
Nothing. Why, did he say something?
No, that answer tells me a whole lot.
I know this isn't ideal, being back here around me.
It's the best thing for Nat.
You sure?
I'll make the adjustment. Father was so proud of him. Of both the boys.
You have no idea how happy that makes me.
See how she favors him? And your mother? Does she favor the weakling?
From what I hear, John's probably stronger than you now.
Oh.
Okay.
I would say most definitely not.
Wait, so he has some powers still. Shit.
Still have powers.
You got me.
Yeah.
Whatever you're planning, you won't be able to stop.
What the hell?
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Is he linked with it? Because he just saw its point of view.
You must let the boy go. Joe? Joe, what are you doing?
Uh.
Joe, do not get it! Joe, don't!
He caved it in on him.
They are painting a target on your back, and if they take you down, I am going down with you. Can you please tell me the truth? Who was it?
It was my sister Lucy.
This was too important to wait.
What is this?
That's just the signatures of the entire Smallville Fire Department in support of you.
I just filled out the paperwork to make it official.
God damn, my wife's gonna be Mayor Smallville. I might be Smallville's first dude.
Thanks.
Man, just when we started off with Kyle to now, man, I'm so proud. I'm so happy. He's like become one of my favorite characters.
What happened to your shirt? Oh, it may have gotten ripped when I went head to head with Uncle Jerkface. What? Way. I landed a couple blows. That's awesome. Yeah.
Hey,
Is everything okay with Sarah?
ask yourself. She's outside on the front porch.
Are we gonna finally figure out what it is?
I kissed someone. Her name's Aubrey, and
My mom said it was triggered by an invasive cosmological event. She called it interdimensional kinesthesis.
Nothing you just said sounds...
How do we stop it?
I still don't know. I can't see it. I've had 5 of these things, and they're only getting more and more violent.
And nothing before then?
No, I felt fine until the submarine.
Every time there's a tremor.
You were right. Something came through. And it's even more powerful than we hoped.
Who's she talking to? Damn it. So word of the street is episode 3 is the one where shit gets kind of funky. We got a little bit of a glimpse. It's 100% Doomsday, man. It's gotta be. Look at the suit. Now, it could be some kind of play on it because they do like to switch things up a little bit. So maybe it's not, maybe like a different type of Doomsday, a different iteration on Doomsday that has this psionic ability to kind of hack into Kryptonian minds. Maybe Superman specifically. I don't know, man. I'm really excited though to see what they do with it. This episode was it was paced out pretty well. This is more of a bridge between that episode. I think it's a little bit of a downbeat kind of building us up, getting us set up to what's coming, with Natalie kind of coming in. Sarah definitely did have a thing at camp, so we called that. Not 100% correct on it, but as we were feeling it out, as she was talking to Natalie, I was like, she kissed a girl, didn't she? She, like, that's what's going to happen here. But, like, it was just like a fling, apparently. So it's not like she doesn't want to date her or anything like that, but it's something she gave into. She doesn't know how to express it or feel it. So she still has feelings for Jordan, but, of course, admitting something like that, even at that age, like, it's hard to, like, what's the word I'm looking for here? Comprehend it on both sides of that, what that means for a young relationship. So I definitely understand where they're both coming from on that. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But with this, I think they definitely set up a precedent for some crazy stuff to come out of this. Maybe a potential storyline with Jonathan. With this kid on the team, we saw the guy that Clark busted is hopped up on XK, like an inhalable. And then we have this kid back at Smallville who they said was just lazy, weak, and now he's like punching up like 350 pounds like it's nothing. And he suspects he's on something. Steroids would be an easy answer, but I don't think it'd give you that big of a result that fast. So I'm betting maybe he's huffing some XK. That's my guess. And that maybe because Jonathan obviously feeling, having to like rehabilitate his arm after getting it broken twice, has to, like, he's going to probably weigh in on this inability, this lack of ability of him to use his arm to work out like the other guys. And maybe his suspicion is going to turn into him seeking out what he's on so that he can get back in the game, and it'll be this escalation. That's my theory on where this is going to go, but I'm going to hold out hope that Jonathan and his sweetheart pulls through, shines through, and he takes the high road in this whole situation. And I like them talking about this whole the events of their day, the findings of their day, and all that, when him and Jordan were talking about what they had both done today. That was really, I love these two as brothers, man. On screen, I don't think there's been a better brotherly relationship where I wasn't like overly competitive, or it's just the most loving brother relationship I think I've seen on screen. And I like that. Anytime you think there's going to be like a push and pull, like it just resolves itself at the end because of just that dynamic that these two have and this care and ownership that they have on each other's lives. I like it a lot. Natalie seems to be integrating pretty well into everything, and I like how she's kind of become friends with Sarah, how she helped her fix her car and all that. And then they did some interesting stuff bringing Talro back into the fold as well. Him playing the Hannibal Lecter in there, but like feigning that his powers have been gone and playing on the hopefulness of Clark's heart to get him out. But in the end, he did help him by reuniting with an earlier copy of his mother. So that did explain that, because I was like, at first I was like, I thought her shard was used up and destroyed, but apparently, like, because they're data copies, it was just like an earlier version. Just rolled it back from like the backup in the home base from a version that was earlier in her time stream, so to speak. And so we got to see, because I was like, why is she acting like this is the first time she's seen him? Because she talked to him not that long ago. It's because different version of her consciousness. That one saw Clark, got to meet Clark and the family and all that. This one's first time. So I like that. A way to preserve it. So they do have kind of access now to a fortress, just not their fortress. And, you know, she's been able to link what's going on with the attacks. And I like how she was pleading to Talro. And I do think that if they do go the Doomsday Death of Superman route, like we have Steel here, we have a Superboy, we have the Eradicator. All we're missing really is Cyborg Superman. And instead, though, we do have the Superman core that is being built up at the DoD with Tag and all of them. We still haven't got the other two's names or anything like that. We just know Tag. We saw him today, that intervened in Superman's little debacle when he got one of those headaches. So, like, we'll see where that goes. But we have all these different possible heirs to the mantle if they do try to do, like, a Death of Superman storyline, which I think is, again, much like with BVS, a bold move to go in your second outing, your second season, your second film and stuff like that. So I don't know if they'll go full Death of Superman, if they'll kill them all. Maybe it'll just be, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with it, but they definitely are laying the groundwork with all these Death of Superman characters, Reign of the Superman characters, and avatars being thrown in here into the story. It's got me a little worried for Clark, man. But I'm excited to see. I hope that they do this some justice. I'd like to see some really cool Doomsday stuff. And if they can, you know, pull this storyline with Talro and bring him around and his moniker be the Eradicator, if they can plead to that side of his heart that definitely is in there. We've seen it. Like, he just wants a family. He just wants this connection. He just wants intimacy and love. But he's got too much. He's had too much of that fatherly rapport personality beaten into him, as his mother kind of pointed out. So hopefully we can shine through that with that little moment with Clark, with being like, you know, I was like, when he asked him, do you see any good in me, brother? And he's just like, I don't, but I want to. And maybe if something happens to him, it'll cause him to be one of the ones, obviously, to step up and maybe try to take over in the interim. It definitely feels like that's kind of what they're setting up. So I really like this actor. I can't remember his name, that plays Morgan Edge, that plays Talro, because I thought he was a fantastic character. They did a really great job empathizing with him and building him up, and he was really fun to watch on screen, and I like seeing him again and hear that they didn't just kind of forget him. Lana running for mayor, there's a lot of fun little elements that are building up on this, so like, this is definitely going to be a bit of a build up to what's coming in this. And if it's Doomsday Man, I just hope they did not skirt on the VFX for some crazy shit, man. That's all I got to say. But guys, what do you think of the episode? What are your thoughts, your theories? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Feel free to join our Discord. We can talk about it there as well. Links to that and all my socials are down below. If you want to see the full-length reaction, you can check it out on Patreon, or if you become a member on the channel, it gets you access as well. Before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Mandy Scher, Ryan Karen, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yuri Corey Scott, Margaret Grace, Mary Bradley, Jeffrey Hale, Nate Prouty, and Emo Slytherin. Thank you guys so much for your support. And I'll see you guys in the next episode of Superman and Lois. Take care, everybody.